Hey, good afternoon, good evening. Everybody is watching this one. I'm so excited. I go by the names of Brian, and I'm just so excited to be talking to you guys. Today I just want to talk about a prayer. I know most of the times we only think about praying when we're going through a hard time, when we have any problems, when we've been kicked off work, when we're going through a hard times. We're having something that is really pressing us hard. That's when we think about a prayer. But I just want to challenge you in a few minutes to look at a prayer in this way. Look at a prayer as a habit. Look at a prayer as something that explains your character, who you are. Because trust me, the way you pray determines who you are. Yes, it's very hard to pray so hard and you don't change. It's really hard. Yeah. So think a prayer as not something that you can use to manipulate God. No, a prayer is not something you can use to manipulate God. But look at it as a habit. Like you always wake up, you brush. You wake up and you put on your clothes and you step out. You can't step out and then you put on your clothes. So just think at a prayer like that way. Think at a prayer like a meal. You need a meal. The body needs a meal to be energized. You need water to be hydrated. You need all this. So that's how you should look at a prayer. Look at a prayer as something that is part of your life. Something you don't do to manipulate God, but it's the way you can talk back to God. Because trust me, He has done a lot of things that you cannot simply pay back for. Okay, I was talking to some friend of mine, and actually she has been observing me lately. I was prayerful. I'm this kind that I developed a habit lately of praying, waking up early in the morning. Sometimes I don't wake up. I just have to stay awake until late, until 3 a.m. in the morning. I pray, and that's when I go to bed. Sometimes I wake up and pray. But then to me, it's been working out for me. It's now more than 6 months I've been doing this every day on a daily basis, and I think I'm growing spiritually. Apart from other things, I'm even growing in so many ways. I'm even growing mentally, even socially, even emotionally. I'm growing. It has really helped me a lot. But anyway, this is the way one of my friends interpreted it. He thought that probably I pray so hard because maybe I have a lot behind me that I have committed. I have a lot of offenses or stuff, or probably I think I'm being bewitched or something. You know, this is how people have been interpreting a prayer, that when you pray so hard, people will think you're desperate or you have a lot of problems. That's what people will think. But what about people that drink a lot? Okay, maybe you should put it that way. Make a prayer your addiction. Instead of making drinks your addiction, make a prayer your addiction. Some people can go a day without a prayer, but they can't go a day without flirting or talking to this person or calling this person or doing all sorts of things that you do, or drinking or smoking. You can't go a day, but you can go a day without prayer. And then you look at that as uncool. That's how society terms it. When something is good, people will perceive it to be uncool. And something that is wrong, that is what people call cool. So most of the times when you are prayerful, people will tag you names. They will think you have a lot of problems. But I just came to understand that it is a habit that I have to develop. That even in the good times, I should maintain this habit. And that's what I want you to challenge you to. Like, you should make a prayer a habit. Don't simply just find time to talk to God when you are in desperate need. If you say you're so busy, how comes when you're in trouble you get the time? So this is something we need to think about. I just want to tell you, there is a scripture in the book of Thessalonica. It says in the chapter 5, around 9 or 10 or 11, the scripture says that we should pray without ceasing. You pray without ceasing. Don't stop. So whatever you need, make it a habit, in that even when you reach in that time when you need God the most, you'll be used to this. It won't be like something you're doing. And there's so many things you're going to be protected in. or God is going to even get time to talk to you. Because take for instance, you cannot simply just talk to somebody who does not talk back to you. You can't. There got to be a connection. There got to be a relationship. There got to be a communication. So how do you expect God to talk or communicate to you if you're not communicating to him? And besides that, he's a God. He's sovereign. He's very sovereign. So you need him more than he needs you. That's it. So I just want you guys to think and wake up and know that a prayer is not something we should use as a desperate measure because we want to manipulate God, but rather use it as a habit. As you wake up and you need food for the body, you need water for the body, you need to brush your teeth, you need to put on your clothes, you need all these things. It's the same way you need a prayer to communicate to your Creator, who gives you the things that matter most in the life that you never even get to pay for a single penny. That's what I want to encourage you. Yes, make prayer a priority. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, and I'm so happy that you guys actually borrowed me your time. And may God bless you and bless you this month and be fruitful and multiply in Jesus' name.